A very toasty welcome to everyone who is hustling out there to make their life a purposeful one, and welcome to the video which I happen to call it as a quarantine savings account video. Now, what is this quarantine savings account? So I was taking a bath and then something came through my mind that I was just thinking about what are the good things which are happening right now because of the outbreak of coronavirus and 21 days lockdown in India. And then I found out that there are a lot of good things which are happening, and one of the things I found out that was a lot of savings is happening because there are a lot of expenses which have got cut down in these few days of time, which are, the number is quite good. If you say the amount which you're saving is quite a good amount of savings which is happening right now. And then I thought of just sharing out with all of you. I tried it out for myself first and it really worked out for me, and I'm saving a lot of money, and then I'm going to utilize, I've already started utilizing that quarantine savings account for things which are going to be beneficial for me on immediate basis as well as in future. So what is this quarantine savings account? Very simple. We all get paid, and we are going to still get paid for the month of the March and as well as for the month of April. Now, in 2 months, the lockdown is like from the end of the March till mid of the April. So there is good amount of time where you are getting paid as well as your money is getting saved. So lot of your expenses, for example, you're not stepping out of your house, so you're saving on your fuel cost. Then second, if you're a cafe regular kind of a person, then you're saving on your cafe money. If you're a weekend person where you love going to clubs and pubs, and maybe you might be going for family dinners where you are spending a lot of money at the weekends, you're saving that. And multiple other things, let's say it can be movies, it can be shopping, maybe online, offline shopping, and all other stuff which you would have done if the situation would have not arisen, and you would have to shell out money for that. Now, I've taken a hypothetical situation for now just to help us understand what really and how really this account is going to work. So what I did was I identified top 3 expenses which I feel are common between all of us, and I created an account of that. Now, the first common expense between all of us is the fuel expense. Let's say if you're having a bike or a car, you might be spending somewhere around 1,000 to 3,000 rupees based upon what you are using. If you're having a bike, then you might be using you might be needing like 1,000 rupees a week for your fuel, or if you're using a car, then 3,000 rupees for your fuel in a week time. Let's take an average of 1,000 and 3,000, that is 2,000. So 2,000 into 3 weeks. Now 3 weeks anyways, you're not going to step out unless and until it's something for essential needs you want to purchase or buy from the market. Unless and until that, you will not step out. So somewhere around you're saving 6,000 rupees, that is 2,000 into 3 weeks of time. So it comes to 6,000 rupees you will be saving just because of fuel. Now that 6,000 rupees straight away goes in your quarantine savings account. The second savings which I feel is the cafe expenses. Now this is a very common expense between all of us, especially those who are between the age of 15 to 30, I believe 30-35, that this expense is a lot common. Let's say if you're like a Starbucks person or a CCD person, on an average a billing amount which happens is not less than rupees 300 if you go even once in a week. So I took up a calculation that, let's say I visit cafes on regular basis, so minimum 2 or 3 times a week is what my that's how regular I am, that's my frequency. So let's do a calculation of 300 rupees per visit into 3 visits a week into 3 weeks of time, that is 21 days. The calculation comes down to 2,700 rupees. Okay, that's again straight away saved because no cafes are open right now and you can't go out and chill out there in the cafes. So straight away goes to the quarantine account. The third common expense which I felt was the weekend expense which can be your movie, your dinner, your clubbing expense. It can be anything, but let's say on each weekend you end up spending rupees 1000 each week, and now again let's multiply it by 3 weeks of time, so 3000 saved. So if you take up these 3 expenses only, and let's not add more, you will come down to a figure of 11,700 rupees. Now let's say if 11,700, if we just round it off to 10,000, still it's a good amount of money which is getting saved in just 21 days of time. Now if in 21 days of time, if you're saving like 10,000 rupees, how about we invest this money into something which will help us churn out good returns, maybe on immediate basis or maybe in future. So the first thing which I thought of investing this money was into something which will give me an exposure to new thing, as well as it might churn out a good returns in this current situation, and that was the stock market. Now entering to a stock market is nowadays very easy. Those who have not considered this option should consider that entering into stock market is now a very easy task. You just have to log on to apps like Zerodha, or there are many other similar apps. You have to just link it to your Aadhaar card and things get rolling. You have to just deposit the amount and start investing. Now a disclaimer over here, if you don't know how the market operates, take a step back, think, consult few people, consult your friends who really understand that how it functions and what all stocks you should invest in, and etc. See for yourself that how much can you, or with how much confidence can you really invest into stock market in this current situation, because market is really very volatile right now. So consult the good knowledgeable people and they will definitely guide you. If you don't find anyone, the best part is go Google, learn for yourself that in these 2-3 days of time that okay, let me learn how does market operate, or what could be the good stocks I can invest, and go with your gut feeling after you have done your study. The reason is that you are doing 2 things in this situation. One is developing confidence to take up a decision when you don't have an expertise knowledge, and second is you're getting exposed to a whole new different segment which you might have not got into or explored if you would have not ended up in this particular situation of coronavirus. So see that you take a wise decision over there. The second thing which I thought of was clearing the credit card debts. Now many of us are on credit cards and many of us might be on minimum dues. How about we reduce some liability on our credit card so that we save on the interest which we pay on monthly basis? That's again a good option. So pull out your statements, see if you can figure out that is it really possible for you to reduce some kind of debt on your credit card. So that's the number 2. Number 3 is investing in your future. Now investing in your future means developing yourself or working on something which you wanted to work on for very long but never have got time and money for it. For example, you wanted to build a good skill set which might be very useful in your job or in your business or anything you are into, like professionally. It's the most important skill in your industry. For example, if you are into sales and marketing, you can always learn about the art of negotiation, the art of communication. You can take up the master classes, you can take up these courses online, and these are very affordable courses which I am talking. I did like 7 to 8 master classes in just 6 days of the time, and I'm still doing more because I'm a more like a self development kind of a guy, so I love working on myself. Think for yourself if you can really work on your self-development. The 4th option which I found out was, how about, I don't like the word donation and charity. I love calling it as sharing my money with those who really need it. So there are a lot of victims out there who really cannot afford the treatments or really can't keep up with whatever is happening right now, and they need financial support. Already government has taken a lot of measures, but let's do our bit from our end. So how about we use some part of that money, that quarantine savings account, for the benefit of someone who really cannot is not able to match up the situation right now just because they are financially weak. How about we share our quarantine savings account with them? Now, I'm nowhere saying that you have to share your entire account or share 5%, 10%, or any kind of, I'm not giving any kind of a suggestion over here. It's totally your choice how you really want to allocate this entire account, how many percentage you want to how much percentage you want to invest into stock market, how much percent you want to give it for self-development, how much percentage you want to share your money with the victims of coronavirus. Now that's your choice, but it's really a great idea to utilize this kind of a money in these 21 days. It's doing, again, I feel it's doing two things. One is we are getting engaged into something which is worth it, because I know many people are frustrated on a very massive level by staying back at home, and definitely they have been told to do work from home, but that is really not happening because the entire nation is shut down, so there's not much of the work to be done. So think for yourself, how can you use this quarantine savings account? It's a simple thing. Pull up your Excel sheet, jot down all the expenses you would have incurred if at all the situation would have been normal, and then come down to some kind of a total, and then start allocating that money to the activities you want to do, which will be an immediate benefit to you or in future. So that's it from my end today. This is Rohan signing off from the Rohan Arate Show. See you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, lots of love, bye bye.